And we're doing laundry right now.
עם ישראל חי!
Friday, my favorite.
ישראל!
Welcome back to Inside Israel. We have an awesome episode here, and we're going to be talking about taking the dark clouds and turning them into light.
It's been a heavy week. We want to try to share some more of the beauty that's going on here.
100%. So what happened this week, Michael?
Yeah, they saw something incredible. There's a unit that's literally on the Gaza border. They're about to go in to who knows what. And before they go in, they're initiating the writing of a Torah scroll as they initiate their entry into Gaza.
We are on the Gaza border. This division's about to go in, and we said here is the place to start writing the Sefer Torah. One nation, one land, one Torah. He is the commander and also a rabbi, and he's a Miluim. He's a rabbi in a yeshiva, and we're writing the very first letter in the new Torah, special for Chayalim.
Talk about having the right perspective, talking about power of spirituality on the battlefield together with you, the power of God, the power of connection to Jews everywhere around the world, taking that to the battlefield, starting the writing of a holy Torah scroll. I mean,
Beautiful.
how could they not be successful?
And here's a clip of one of those units before they went in.
הנה חטיבת גולני, לפני שהם נכנסים למלחמה בעזה.
למלחמה שלנו, אנחנו ננצח, אנחנו נקבל על מלכות שמיים, נגיע לאבא של שמיים שתחבר ונלחם איתנו. כמו ישראל! אדוני אלינו! אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני נופי עולם בית. אלו מלבדו!
It's an incredible thing to see the expression of Torah in battle.
But look, this is in the Torah itself. You know, the Torah talks about war. It talks about a Jewish army. Unfortunately, we're seeing now firsthand what does it mean for a Jewish army to go to battle, a serious battle. And going in with the right perspective makes all the difference in the world. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it from non-religious soldiers. See, that's what's blowing me away. You know, you could say we could expect it from soldiers that were trained that way, that understand what the Torah asks of them and what God wants from them. But we're looking at soldiers that really have very little connection to religious observance and knowledge of Torah, very, very limited. And they're embracing this idea that you go in with the right perspective, the Torah perspective, God's perspective, and you'll be successful.
100%, yeah. Some good news is, you know, they went in. They didn't just go in, but they came out with a soldier. They actually freed Ori.
That was a story. Yeah, that story was incredible. I mean, again, not to take away from, you know, we're a little bit have mixed feelings on it because it's euphoric. I mean, to celebrate the rescue of a captive is a huge simcha, a huge celebration. But there are so many that have not been rescued. So we celebrate, but it's a tempered celebration.
And what makes this so unique is the videos that were surfacing prior to and after.
There's an incredible video of a Sefer Torah, a Torah scroll that was being dedicated, and the family of this Ori wanted them to stop in her bedroom on the way to the dedication as a merit for the rescue of their daughter.
בשמיים, תקרא את השמיים, אבא. אל תישן, אבא שלי, אבא, אל תישן.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, Adonai.
Now, they had no inkling of the 240 hostages that any one or any are going to be likely to be rescued or anything like that. But this family said, and they were, as far as I know, not a religious necessarily family, but they wanted the Torah in their daughter's bedroom.
And not just that, but she did a challah baking. The mother did a challah baking, and everyone was gathered around. And she let out such a prayer.
תרעידו את השמיים ותחזירו את כל השבויים ואת כל החולים יקומו ממיטתם, בורא העולם, בבקשה. בבקשה, בורא העולם, אוהבת אותך, מתה עליך, בורא העולם, אל תחזב אותי, בבקשה, ממך. במהרה, 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 במהרה.
You could feel the emotion. You could feel her just with complete focus on God, on praying to God that God should deliver her, that God should rescue her from, and she included all that are captives in her prayer. There is an idea that when you pray for someone else, your prayers are answered.
And miraculously, a few days later, their daughter was the captive that was rescued.
תודה רבה לבורא עולם, תודה לכולם, לכל עם ישראל, תודה לחיילים שלנו, בזכותכם, תודה רבה שהיא בריאה ושלמה. זה רק תפילות של בורא עולם שהחזיר לנו אותה. עם ישראל חי, עם ישראל חי, עם ישראל חי.
In real time, to see that video, and then to see someone's rescued, and then to see it was her daughter, was just absolutely.
It's unbelievable. And there's such a spiritual dimension here, I think. Like, I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. You know, because I'm in the news all day and I'm looking at the hard facts. But there's something beneath the surface that's not so beneath the surface anymore. There's a spirituality. It's palpable. It's in the air. We all feel it. We know that there's a physical war going on, but there's a much, much deeper war going on. Each of us is having a battle within ourselves to have the spiritual side of us, that positivity, that connection to God that we may have been long lost. It's coming out. We're all battling within ourselves to get that spirituality out. And it's literally having a major spillover effect on the battlefield.
100%. In fact, there's no atheist in a foxhole, right? When people are in battle, you know, everyone has this deep connection. I don't know. Thank God, I have never been in a foxhole where bombs are coming in. I've been in a bomb shelter, not a foxhole.
Okay.
And, you know, there's a time when a person is considering their mortality, that they are calling out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's no atheist in a foxhole.
It's almost like God is forcing us in a way to get in touch with our deep self that we never got in touch with before. He's doing it in a scary way, let's say, in a very profound way. Not the way necessarily we would have chosen for it to come out. But God is making this part of us come out whether we like it or not. And it's working. We only pray that it should work without any loss of life, without any more injuries.
Amen. And of course, you know, for every one story like that, there might be other stories that didn't turn out so fortunate. And, you know, it's not the purpose of this episode or the show even to delve into the philosophical and theological aspects in such great detail. But, you know, there were many more stories like this that surfaced, that came across my desk. And, but I think it's probably appropriate this early in the game not to, you know, we won't publicize all of them at a sensitivity for those who are mourning.
Absolutely.
And there are many people who are mourning the loss of their loved ones.
There's many people that don't even know where their loved ones are. I mean, they don't know if they're captured. They don't know if they're alive. Some of the I don't really want to get into this, but some of the condition that some of the bodies were in were almost beyond recognition. So
But we see that there is hope. There is hope. That this was a week of dark clouds and tremendous hope. And in that light, pun not intended, let's take a look at some of the individuals who are making tremendous differences in the soldiers' lives and the people around us. Yeah.
so creative too.
Yeah.
Thinking of everything that no one else would think of.
This one guy who went into a 7-Eleven equivalent in Israel and literally just bought everybody whatever they wanted. Like he looked like he was having the time of his life, just treating these incredibly heroic soldiers to all of this, whether it be gummy bears or a cola, or soda, whatever it is. And the soldiers were loving it.
I love it. Ana Adonai yatzlicha na. Ana Adonai yatzlicha na. מה שמתלבטים לקחת, אפשר לקחת 2. כשאתה מגיע ל-20,000 תגיד לי לעצור. אחי, זה כאילו בקטנה, אבל זה הכי לא בקטנה. עד שמשיח ידרוך פה ויגיד, הגעתי עם השופר, אנחנו לא נפסיק לתת. זהו, ככה החלטנו.
It's whatever they wanted, put in the shopping cart.
And I think he was far more excited about it than they were. Yeah, you can see this guy's on fire. I don't know. There's another, by the way, I don't know if you saw, I Googled and I looked into it. He's raised over $2 million. Wow. To be able to do these things. And tell us about the other video that he sent out.
So there's a video of this like tractor trailer that pulls up. It's like spanking clean. I don't know what's in that thing. Opens it up, and there's dozens and dozens of washing machines, brand new washing machines. Look like, if I had one of those in my house, I'd be happy. They all look like they're brand new.
Stacked on top of each other.
Stacked, open the things up. And the soldiers are bringing their smelly laundry one after the other. They haven't done laundry in 2 or 3 weeks. And this guy's just, getting his hands dirty too. And he's putting the powder in. I don't think I did a wash in, I don't know how many years. But you do a wash in your house? I don't know. I don't. But anyway.
We're not going to go there, Michael.
We'll edit this out. Maybe. Well, maybe not. But
Guys, we are here next to the border. Laundry, washing machines, dryers. We're getting now. It's going to be ready and we're going to iron for the soldiers. This is not a base. This is in the fields, and these soldiers are in front line to Gaza. A week and a half, he didn't do laundry, and we're doing laundry right now. Wow, what a smell. Guys, we're booming Gaza right now. I'm trying to take my popsicle with our best soldiers here.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
The
sensitivity, yeah.
Who even thinks of that idea? Would you think of that idea?
You know what? If you're going to the bases and you're spending quality time with the soldiers.
And you smell their clothes, I guess
maybe someone tipped them off too. Rabbi Shai Gaucher. He's in so many creative things, very interesting. Check him out online. He's raised over $2 million and clearly has really creative, sensitive ways that he's delivering joy and light. I saw these. I just wanted to throw these up here. What are these, Michael?
Okay, so, let's start with this one. Talking about turning darkness into light. So this is actually made from the remains of a Qassam rocket. It's a rose. It's a rose, grows out of, here's the map of Israel. This is the Gaza Strip over here. I don't know where the camera, where I'm looking at over here. Help me out over here, JP. Right over there, okay. The flower is coming out of Sderot. This is the map of Israel.
I see.
Sderot is near Gaza. It's coming out of there. And the idea that we're taking a horrific...
That was an actual Qassam rocket that exploded?
Yeah, yes. Part of this, yes. The leaves are, the stem was made from an actual rocket. There's the rocket right there. We had this on our desk. We keep it close to our heart. That's an actual rocket. It's a small one, but you can see it's, once it lands, it gets all peeled and kind of...
That's where it exploded. Wow.
Exploded, right? And
these are now...
this artist, there's an artist who lives right on the Gaza border, and he turns this into this and jewelry and other beautiful things.
Amazing.
And then he also has another project. It's called the Iron Dome Creations Project, where he takes pieces of metal from an Iron Dome rocket. Now, not a rocket that was fired because they get destroyed. It's pretty interesting that the metal of the Iron Dome is very, very light. I mean, feel how it's like aluminum. It's made like nothing. Unlike this thing, which is extremely
Actually, I
heavy.
thought when I first touched it, it felt like plaster.
Yeah, it looks like plastic. It's very lightweight. So these are made from shells of Iron Dome before they were launched. Once they're launched,
Well,
there's
he
nothing
obviously
left.
moved them around. You know, he
So
bent
yeah, he
them
cuts
out.
them, he shapes them, and turns it into
Very nice.
mezuzah.
It's a
Obviously,
mezuzah for the door.
the Holy Scroll is inside. You put
Beautiful.
this on your doorpost and imagine having the protection
Right.
of Iron Dome protecting your home symbolically, but
Connecting,
not,
right.
not
Connecting
just
it back to
symbolically,
Hashem and the
really,
Torah, yeah.
really connecting to God, connecting to the soldiers, connecting to what we need to be connecting to, especially nowadays. Okay, JP, there's something also came across on my phone, as probably a million things are coming across yours and everybody's, but I just like to read this. It's a very, very cool story. This morning, 3 tank soldiers planted an orange tree in Kfar Aza. Now, Kfar Aza, you know what? Kfar Aza was one of the settlements along the Gaza Strip that was completely decimated by and literally a Holocaust over there. And I actually want to go to see some of what's left over there, but a horror story. It was one of the community that was devastated on October 7th. Now, why were these people planting an orange tree? These people, there were 3 soldiers, because these men were the brave first defenders of the kibbutz and were part of the team who killed over 100 Hamas terrorists. On that awful day, they entered the kibbutz in a tank and ran over a tree and destroyed it. They didn't forget. Today, 3 weeks later, they go back to the kibbutz and replant the tree that they destroyed with their tank to save 100 kibbutz members. So in the middle of a war, are we not a remarkable nation?
Most people, when they're going into battle, they're not focused on the mitzvahs. They're focused on their adrenaline. They're focused on survival. And here, these people had the consciousness, the awareness of their surroundings to identify a fruit tree. Like Yaakov Avinu, before he went into battle with Esav, he was focused on the mitzvahs. And that's why the fear dissipated. Whatever we focus on and put our focus onto,
that's right,
actually causes the rest of it, you know, all the other things to dissipate from our consciousness. Focus on the light and we focus on the mitzvahs, then that is a way to combat the darkness and the terror and the evil by focusing not on that, not on the negative, but on the positive things that we're going to bring into the world.
The prophet Amos, one of our prophets, wrote, "They will rebuild the ruined cities and they will live in them. They will plant gardens and eat their fruit. I will plant Israel in its own land, never again to be uprooted from the land that I have given them, says the Lord." So there you go. They are literally replanting fruit that was destroyed, and this tree will never be destroyed. I want to go visit that tree. I want to visit that tree. That tree is symbolic of the Jewish people. It's symbolic of taking the ashes and replanting and building something beautiful.
I look forward to 3 years from now, when those soldiers go back to that tree and enjoy the fruits and make
eat the oranges.
and the blessing on the orange, that they enjoy the fruits and the sweetness of the land, the sweetness of the fruits of the land of Israel. Bezrat Hashem.
Absolutely.
Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. And that focusing on the mitzvahs, I thank you so much for sharing that, Michael. And we hope you enjoyed this episode. What light are you going to bring into the world? What light have you seen other people bring into the world? Put it in the comments. Let us know. We'd love to see some of the different ways that people are turning the darkness into light.
Absolutely. And there's many, many, many examples. And there are many people in the States and outside of Israel that are turning darkness into light. It's not only here in Israel. We're all in this together. Whether you're here in Israel with us, whether you're in the States or in any country outside of Israel, the Jewish people have never been as united as they are right now. So acts of kindness that you can do there, acts of turning darkness into light that you can do there, have a palpable effect here. We feel it. We went back to last week, the guy in LA running around with the tzitz. I can't get that. We're all on the same team wherever you are. But like we said last time, be a soldier, figure out your mission and contribute to the Jewish people and share everything that you've done and everything that you've heard.
Including this episode. There's no greater way to share the light than to share that message.
Plug in there, right?
Israel.
We got to get the name right too. Man.
InsideIsrael.net. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.